read the whole line.
Here we go. Dalit Amud Beis, everyone. Dalit Amud Beis, 8 lines from the bottom. We're about to start. This is I'm going to warn you, we're going to have to go drop fast because we have to get all the way to Hey Amud Beis because it's one big sugya. So the plan is, and it's Thursday, so we're going to take it a little bit faster. So everyone try to hold on, dive in tight. Siyat Shmaya, over Shabbos, everyone will iron it out. But that's the plan. Here we go. So the big shaila of the day is Minolid. Where do we know a sukkah needs to be? 10 tfachim. So again, if you want to put in your brain, until now, really, Beis Gimel Dalid was really all about 20 amos. That was really the whole Beis Gimel Dalid. Now we go to the next part of the Mishnah, which is the minimum height of 10 tefachim. Minol and Itmar, Rav Rechnina, Rav Yochanan, Rav Chaviva Masnu. All these Gedalim learned. Parenthetically, the Gemara comments, Bekulu Seder Mayed, on the entirety of Seder Mayed, Kolki Aizuga, whenever you have this pair, Chalufe Rav Yochanan, Umayli Rav Yochanan. Chalufa, you switch Rav Yochanan, and you put in Rav Yochanan. Okay, so Rav Chanina, Rav Yoinason, and Rav Chaviva. Oh, Rav Sruli Erev Tov. So you have all these Gedalim. Dalim and Beis, 3 lines to the bottom. What do they teach? Aroin was Tisha, 9 tefachim. Ka'bayres was a tefach. Hare kanasara. So what? Again, just to break it down in your minds, remind you. First, we prove, we say the Aron was 10. Now we're going to say why we care about that. Then we're going to prove how we know the Aron was 10. For right now, we take it at face value. The Aron was 10. Uksiv and Shtein in the Torah. Last line. V'na'adati l'chasham. Says HaKadosh Baruch Hu. I'll make myself known. Noyad, Yediyah. I'll make myself known to you, Sham there. V'dibarti yitcha, and I will speak with you. Me'al ha'kapayres, from on top of the kapayres. So Hashem comes down on top of the kapayres. V'tani, on the top of the Hamad Alf, you learned in a Braisa. Rav Yesi Aimer, Me'olam le'yardu shchina lemata. The shchina, is there a cup anywhere? This coffee is destroying my voice. So yeah, just a stick of water, please. Thank you so much. V'tani Rav Yosi Omer, me'olam layard the shechina lamata. The shechina never went below. V'lo elu Moshe v'Eliyahu lamarim, and Moshe and Eliyahu Navi never went above. So it's its own entity. Nemar Hashem Ve'adam. Period. So what do we see? We see that the meeting place between God and man is where? The top of the Aron, which is where Asar Tzvachim. So what? That proves to us that a Makoim, a Rishos, is 10 Tzvachim. That's the Raya of the Gemara. So now the minimum Makoim Rishos is 10 Tzvachim. Sukkah has to be 10 Tzvachim. Givaldik. Now, we have almost a parenthetical 10 lines. Asks the Gemara 4 lines to the top of him and Aleph. Really? God never came to earth? Uncle Maishi. Hashem is here, Hashem is there, Hashem is truly everywhere. Answers the Gemara. It was above 10. This week's parsha. And for the Gemara, so we prove that God, whatever this means, that the Shechina, the manifestation of a Kadosh Baruch Hu, all the Chassidish and words that we know what they mean, but just throw them all out together and say Gevald. All of these things mean they come down and they float over there. Gevald. Wait, Moshe Rabbeinu didn't go up this week's parsha. Where's Moses right now? He's up in heaven. How do you not go up? Answers the Gemara, yeah, he went into heaven, figure that one out to get a headache. Went up in a whirlwind, a sa'ara. How do I know that? Because my Gemara told me that the word Sarah means a whirlwind. God, best art school in 10th grade. Lamata me'azara. Answers Gemara, but Eliyahu was still under 10. Frakti Gemara Vaiter. V'akseva, the pasuk says, Be'achaz pnei hakisei, that Moshe Rabbeinu was allowed to grab hold of the kisei hakavod, parsav alav ananoi, and he spread the clouds of glory upon him. So it sounds like Moshe is mamish in heaven. V'amrav tanchem elam, you know we see from here, shepirish shakai meziv shchinasai. If you didn't get a headache yet, shakai was pirish, separated from the ziv, the radiance of his own Shechina, whatever that means. V'ananai alav lemata me'asar, and his clouds When v'anano alav, and his clouds were upon him. So seemingly, what does it seem? It sounds like Moshe Rabbeinu was a mamish chilling up in heaven. Answers the Gemara Nachamol lamata me'asar. Ay mikol makim. What does it say? Me'achaz b'nei akise. He's holding the throne. If he's holding the throne, clearly he's in heaven. Answers the Gemara. Shrubi le kise ad asara v'nakabe. No, the kise covered when flying all the way down to earth. And Moshe Rabbeinu grab hold of it. Okay, period. Yeah. Oh, Alakashas. Ich weiß nicht.
Wasn't Moshe Rabbeinu up on Har Sinai?
Yeah. Alakashas. Alakashas. Bishlama. Yeah. Alakashas. Weiter. Bishlama. Good.
It's not staying anyway. The Rai in there. So who cares?
Yeah. That's the way the Gemara works. That's the Gemara works.
If something that's not Jewish reasons, they think we're crazy.
No. It's Pashut. The answer is simple. No, you have to realize. No, this was if none of us had books here, yeah, and I got up and I said a din. The sukkah's minimum height is 10 tvachim. You know where we learn it from? We learn it from a raya that Hashem doesn't come to 10 and Moshe doesn't go above 10. Ad kana shir, and I walk out. So all the Talmidim sit around and say, "What's gesagt der Rebbe today?" It makes no sense. And you start barfing psukim, and they say, no, that's what happened. That's mamish the Gemara. It was the give and take of what the Talmidim were doing. So you're right. Sometimes within the give and take, you're going to get a little bit of havamina, a little bit of das. Okay, and obviously there's deeper pshatim, but for now, we move right. I don't know. I'll tell you, this past week, someone was asking a kasha. It says that in Hilchas Tefillah, the Rambam says that it's ki'ilu oimei lifnei hashchina. So someone asked, what do you mean ki'ilu? The shechina is right in front of you when you daven. I said, there was a Chassidish guy in the room, Sinkoil, and he came over to me and said, I understand the kasha. So it's Pashat, because the Shechina is not a Vad of the Shechina, it's the Ki'ul of the Shechina, it's the manifestation of the Shechina. Okay. So tell him, okay, the Sukkah Dev Aleph, he'll explain to us what's going on here. But for the rest of us, Medavgain, Weiter. Here we go. Bishlam Aron Tisha. How do we know the Aron was Tisha? Dechsavas Aron Shitim. Sayim V'chetzi Arakoi. 2.5 amma is the length. Amma V'chetzi Rachben amma and a half the width. V'amma V'chetzi Kamasin amma and a half the height. How's an amma and a half equal 9? So the last Rashi in the bottom of Dalam and the Beis taught us an amma is 6 tfachim. Now, why is this so critically important to remind us all? And I only remember this because I just learned this on Monday, Wednesday night. The Gemara on Amud Beis is going to say, by the way, does everyone hold the Amma 6 Tvachim? It's a machlokes. That just Rameir, according to Yehuda, rip out the whole Amud because he doesn't hold the whole Amma 6 Tvachim. I'm just telling you to keep in mind. Sometimes you know the end before the beginning. It makes a nicer story. So says the Gemara, Nachamol. Elo, how do you know the Kapayres was a Tefach? Minolin. Detani Rav Chanina. All the kelim Moshe Rabbeinu made Nasla ben Torah, midas orikam, the length, midas rachman, the width, midas kaimasan, and the height. However, kapoires, the lid on top of the arayin, midas arkai, it says, midas rachbai, it says, nasna, midas kaimasai, lai nasna. It doesn't tell us the height of the kapoires. So you know what you should do? 3 lines on the white lines. Let's go learn it out from the smallest of the kilim. Shenamar, Vasisle Miskaras, Tavchi make a Miskaras, a border around it, and it was a Tavach Savif. Malhalon Tavach, Avkan Tavach. Says the Gemara in the last narrow line, why are you saying it's a tavach? Learn from the kelim itself. Answers the Gemara. Tafas the merubah tafas or tafas the muah tafas is not given a cloud. When you're proving something, you have to go with the smallest amount. Beautiful. Says the Gemara, smallest. Gevaldik. V'neilaf mitzitz. The tzitz of the Kohen Gadol, the head plate, the tiny tzitz tas was like a golden plate shalzav. Rachabit that's spice, and it was 2 fingers thick. Umukameh was nice and went from ear to ear. Because of a love and a written on the tzitz, him 2 lines. Yod heilam alav v'kadosh lamed mil mata. Guess what? You got it wrong. And here isi baremi, I was in Rome. Because of love and know it said on the tzitz. Kodesh la Hashem shitachas. End of kasha. So what's the kasha? Why you tell me the kaparis is 1 tefach? If you go for the smallest measurement, go for the tzitz, 2 fingers thick. Answers the Gemara, nay, no. Done in kli mi kli. They done in kli mi tachshit. We can't learn from the tzitz. It's just a tachshit, just an adornment. Says the Gemara, okay, you want a kli? The zer was the crown around the shulchan, the aroin, multiple kalim had this zer. Tamar mar zer mashu. Answers were no. The zer wasn't its own entity. Done in kli mi kli. Vein done in kli me hechsher kli. The zer was just a hechsher, auxiliary part of the kli. Yachi frak the Gemara 1 second. Miskares nami hechsher kli. Oh, it was only a hechsher. Answers the Gemara miskartoi lematoisa. The miskares was underneath, meaning that the misgares was more intrinsic to the shulchan. It says Gemara 1 second. If you hold the misgarto as lamata, so then avada, then it's part of the shulchan. Elamanda Omar misgarto lamaila, isa Mike lamemar. And Ayashar Kliu, Dachamal, it's only auxiliary. Ella says Gemara, you're right. Donin davar shenasta b'tayra mida. So now we're going back to original question. Why are you learning from the misgares? Learn from the tzitz. Answers the Gemara, you know why? Because we learned from saying that the Torah Alain gave the Midah, Midah v'shenasna b'Torah Midah. Va'al yoichichu, and don't ask from the tzitz. V'zer, why? Sheloi nasna behen Torah Midah klal. So frag to everyone, wait, how do we know how big the tzitz is? If the Torah doesn't tell us, how do we know? So the Panim Taisus reminds us, it's because it says it goes from ear to ear, it goes on your forehead, and the average forehead is 2 fingers. That's how we know. It's just antazach, though we don't have a real mikar for the tzitz. It's just antazach. Continues the Gemara. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, shtickle kasha. Says the Gemara.
Fingers were fatter.
No, I gotta think it has to do with the fact, it has to do with the macham and nachos tefillin. These big rayas from here. Your tefillin goes from your hairline to the place of the soft spot in your head. So we all know in that area, you really could put 2 tefillins. The tzitz went there, I think. You gotta look at the pictures. I think that was the raya, that if you measure from there with your tefillin, then it's 2 fingers. And it's the same raya. This is the famous Ramesha that a woman's hair, erva, she's allowed to uncover a little bit in the front. Ramesha gets it is 2 fingers. 2 fingers this way, not 2 fingers this way. Ayin sham, okay, weiter. And weiter. Says the Gemara, Ravuna mar meyacho. No, so it's teretz number 1. Whole Amid was the teretz. Arin is 10. How's Arin 10? 9 plus kapayris. How do you know kapayris is 1? From the misgaris. Ravuna Amar says Ravuna Nachateres. Apnei kapayris Keidma. Vein panim. What's a pnei? The face of the kapayris. Pachs mitafach. A pnim face is a tafach. Veiba kabe dvar yochni. Hey, like a big bird. Big bird was quite more a shigol right to Sesame Street. Big bird is a little bit more than a tefach. And for the Gemara, you want to go small? Remember Big Bird's little friend over there. The small bird, the zutar tuva, it's very small. Amar Bachavar Yaakov Ravuna Pnei Pnei Gomer. Is Achkeven Gzer Shava. Kseva Alva Pnei Kabar. Kseva also is Pnei Yitzchak, the Pnei of Yitzchak Aviv. And so what? How do we answer the kasha? State in Rashi, a face of a person is a tefach. Says the Gemara, okay, if you tell me panim, maybe it's the face of the Heligum Malachim, which l'chayra were bigger. Says the Gemara, maybe it should be the face of the Kruv. So that's the second Makar. If you're listening carefully, Makar number 1 is Pnei, Makar number 2 is the Keruvins Pnei. We're also a Tefach. Givaldik.
The children's.
Yeah. So they should be small, you're asking.
Well, then,
What's the tefach?
Oh, still up is a Tefach. Yeah, you have to say. Yeah, in a Chanam. Yeah, I think someone. Yeah. Ravuna, okay, we have to finish. Ravuna Nami Malchi Gomer. And Ravuna also can learn from here. My Kurov, Amravavua Kiravia. Shkimbavel currently a nuka Ravia. They call it Kyle the Ravia. Amle Abayel Meatak Slip in Echa Bnei Akrub Bnei Asheni Bnei Adam. Hainu Krav, Hainu Adam. Abe Ravia is just a small face, a large face. We'll stop over here. That's really our 2 Mekairais for the minimum height of the sukkah. We're just going to, whoa, popcorn everywhere. We're just going to continue. We're just going to continue, and we're going to learn if it's the halal or not. Givaldi V'siyat Shmaya on Monday. Chaver Shabbos. We need to do a chazar.